Dude, I almost had it. I wish he didn't roll back towards the flag. Alright.
I'm going to think you're going to want to use this for doing damage. I thought that Assassination
Yeah.
was the best rogue spec, but I'm not too certain about it anymore.
Hmm.
Now,
I thought re-stealthing there would have broken his, like, cast.
it gets much.
If their damage is super high, they're gonna be so god tier in Blitz. The only reason I'm playing Assass right now is because sub feels like it does no damage.
And then Survival Hunter, we got to get back onto this. Where are we going to put this? Survival Hunter, Survival Hunter. Hmm. I honestly kind of want to put it. It's a lot better. That could be something to take into account. So it's good to listen to this commentary about the placement, because we don't have add-ons, so I can't like track anything, stun DRs, anything.
10 and 0. Okay. Well, mount equipment water walking works in BG. He wasn't on a mount though. And no, I don't think it does. He just I don't know what allows. Bro, stop hodging and let me kidney, bro. Like, come on. It's not that hard. I'm a rogue. Like, please. So you can thank him. Yeah, we lose. Unfortunate.
Raikou, I've watched Naj play Subtlety Rogue. Its damage is actually pretty high. It was
Hmm.
out damaging Fury Warrior. It was top damage in some lobbies in some
Oh
rounds,
wow.
which I.
From what I've heard, people. I think from what I've heard, people got all they wanted from it now. It's just for others to level alts. We're ever gonna kill this down here.
I do remember seeing a few rounds of it, and it didn't seem completely awful, but I don't remember it standing out kind of like the Death Knight tier is at the moment. But you can see that there's like a shift here. Death Knights.
Unfortunate.
doesn't have a cooldown. It's spammable. I don't think it should exceed 50% movement speed reduction. I think any snares that are 70% and up need to have some sort of cooldown, so you're thinking.
Oh, he broke it. Dumbass. You should try ganking people in tier hold while waiting in queues. Why would I do that?
Range damage. I don't know where I want to put this one. This is a really, really hard one. I want to say that it's still kind of A tier at the moment. It's like between A or B.
Oh, Trixie runs away. Get it. Okay. No, Trodento. No. RQ. Oh, he got it. My like fourth warlock.
Getting into a good spot. I think universally for bringing up some of the melee DPS is a problem with
Yeah, I don't
snares,
think
like
I've
I
seen a
mentioned
single
earlier on in the
BM
video.
hunter.
Having snares above 50% that are spammable is just completely inhibiting specs like Windwalk.
Oh, I got the Cub on my team. The Cub, man. Best-selling books as well on the topic. Oh, I wasn't showing it, sorry. QWX. Is that Big Bags or is that Malachi or something? Neither team is really like getting 3 on the other team. The only thing that's gonna win the game is mid there, right? So, I don't know.
Enhance warrior from really ever actually accomplishing anything in a lot of situations. You're just stuck permanently. So either adding tools to give these classes like some cooldowns on their chains of ice. I think that it's still pretty strong. We'll have to see how it plays out with the changes that come through next week, whether or not there's going to be Mythic Plus tuning. Doesn't feel as good, obviously, as the previous week. Wasn't expecting. But I think they're all playing, what is it called, Death Stalker or something like that. And they're just getting big eviscerates. They're getting like 2.8 mil plus eviscerates with procs, like maybe 4 mil. Some of the complaints I've seen about Rogue that are kind of frustrating, although you have tools to navigate around it with Stagfield Totem, Grounding Totem, disrupting casters from ranged as opposed to Arms Warrior, so it's actually not as polarizing, but you're kind of a spec that relies on having a Mortal Strike. Kind of, you're either hard counter.
Is Blitz MMR weird right now? It's always weird. You can win and go down MMR by like 500, and you can also lose and go up 500. I don't know how that Crimson Tempest doesn't hit this Mistweaver. Is nobody doing the event right now? Like, okay. Are you gonna go to bed? All right, Bubbles. Good night, man.
Moment where
You
they're
don't
gonna
have
do
like
like two
Hunt or like Essence Break Death Sweep anymore, or what?
plus million burst damage, and it doesn't seem like you have that nearly.
Guy right here. Big Kingsbane, Abyss. Dead.
Bring abilities like Kidney Shot to make themselves feel really competitively viable in these scenarios. So for me, I think Havoc is kind of like mid, like a melee lobby, but I'd say that Warriors are kind of out dominating you in those melee situations. And Death Knights are out dominating you in those
Yo,
melee DPS
Zonegator, thanks for the
situations.
follow.
So it's got to be kind of like mid at best.
Bloom has a very high win-loss as well. 73.44. What was Cubsy's? 73.48. Ooh. Okay, we get Shrine. Farms up in 8 seconds. I'm across the map. Maybe I can get to Quarry and cap it. I'm not gonna get the first cap, but maybe I can like. I don't know.
And it's easier to play and easier to get things off.
Uh,
Specifically in cleave matchups,
I don't care, bro. You know what? Fury Warrior was better Dragonflight Season 4. Didn't touch it. Oh my god. Might just be time to retire. Wait a minute. They have fucking Miss Bell Dandy on their team and I'm losing. Um, I don't know. I feel like it might be like a bell curve or maybe not. Like, but what I mean is like in some once we're all at level 80 in the new expansion, I think the numbers will be a lot more in tune with what they're supposed to be. Yeah. I mean, I like being gnome, but it's gonna suck if because I have two orc warriors and a panda warrior. The objectives are at a stalemate. Like no one's losing their bases and no one's like your team isn't getting any bases and they're not losing any bases. It's just kind of even. The team fight is what tips the scales, right? So if sub rogues are hitting 4 mil abysses,
and Survival Hunter
that's
actually, it's
interesting.
funnily enough, it's next to each other, but is that those talent trees enable your Eviscerate to also AoE. So now it's not even just Secret Technique that AoE. It's not as good as it is currently in Dragonflight. damage is like, you could probably make it work, but main thing is that it just doesn't have a heavy hitting ability. I think like almost every other class has like a
Crimson Violet 1% health, like a robot. Game's over. They reduced the timer from an hour and a half to 1 hour after 2 days. I think they're gonna make it half an hour after. Oh my god. We have triple ret. I could just die. Dude, my team is just getting permanently 3-capped everywhere. Like,
the best of the B tier. It's just really tanky now with all the defensive changes that they've added to it, all the additional advancements. The survival ranking is kind of yeah, and again, it's because it's beta. It's hard to get all of the data 100%, but
easy win. Maybe, like, save them for when you're in trouble a little bit. You're probably doing top damage, like, you know? And you have the most CC for the healer. Step kick, blind, gouge. On my other account. Oh, maybe.
unfortunately, healing is tuned very high right now that I'm not sure that being a team fight oriented spec will actually be the most optimal for battleground situations. But in arena, you're
I can smack this guy. I mean, it's not going to be like that forever, Reggie. That's not like the intention of this. They're just um doing this until they can get the rating. I wonder if titles come out Tuesday. That's 2 weeks, right? From the end of the seas.
it's got to have like some sort of internal cooldown of like 2 minutes or something. Like proc an ice over 2 minutes, because it's just crazy good. Procking a non-DRing route that hits you for 500,000 days back in the game. It's going to absolutely dominate in Battleground Blitz if it does even any amount of damage because of how good it is at 1v1 and how mobile it is. It's going to be a star there. And if it's damage,
Almost got that shit, boy. I can kidney cap him in a second here. Oh.
Good day to you.
I mean, that's the whole point of it, is leveling alts. If you're doing this for, like, transmog or something, you're just weird. Out him to run it. I'll just ask him after this game, honestly. Yo, Morph TBC, thank you for the follow. The fuck is that? There. Or someone just capped the node right in our other rogue's face. Because I jumped down, and the rogue was up top, blinded the guy off me, then the rogue jumped down. Excuse me. Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back. 533k Kingsbane. Oh, man. And they just let them cap. I was so fucking mad. I'm fucking dead. I'm dead. Oh, somehow not dead. No, now I'm dead.
Similar issue to, you know, the same problems that Warrior has, where
Otherwise, Arms Warrior would not be an A tier. We all know that. He would have to make an entirely new. He would have to add. Dude, the blind, you trash can! Holy fuck! Because your team wiped the other team in mid, and nothing else really affected the game. How long is Blitz flag cap? 4 seconds.
and Death Knight with spammable snares that are 70% plus at all times. I think having certain abilities
Yeah,
that have
they should
cooldowns,
they should
when your
DR.
Frozen Orb is down and it's a 70% snare, but when you're out of it, you're only 50% snared. This isn't the same approach to PvP situations where you're just going to struggle with it. So for right now, we'll put it on A.
Removing Blood Rage for Fury is like such a big. Damn, looks like this 1400 Demon Hunter is my biggest fan. In games, the team fight is gonna matter. You know, it's not just gonna be like completely binary like that. Like, oh, team fight doesn't matter ever on any map in any match.
But in a caster meta, it's funny. In the past, I would have said Ret is like one of the weakest in the cast. But I don't know if that's true anymore. With spell warding and with bubble, you can immune, run in, and get a lot of damage out. You've got a lot.
Oh, they got Dane. I'll be right back. 1 sec. Off the rip. Twins is playing bottom side now. Oh, nice. Our Ret was just AFK at the start of the game. It wouldn't shiv. Just trying to keep poisons on everything. I plus dies here 100%. Our dragon. Yes! Oh, I'm dead. Help! Tier. Nice.
So right now, I'm going to be putting Arms Rarer on A tier. I think that both the talent
It's a lot of letters
trees,
higher
the
than
Slayer
Dragonflight
and
Season
the
4.
Colossus are actually very good. They have their situational niches.
Wait, did he say
Trees,
Slayer's
the
good?
Slayer and the
Ooh.
Colossus.
Path of Frost? I mean, no, the DK was across the map from him. Another Deep Wind.